So, that's how I start everything. But hear me out. I think I've got something interesting, particularly interesting. Essentially, I've discovered something. Here's a question for you. Why do angels have wings? Why wings? Why do angels have wings? Why do they have wings? Why wings? Why is most divinity sort of stuff central about wings? Well, not so much wings, but birds, you know. Why birds? It's quite interesting. Birds, they're all intermixed, so they can breed whatever. Because they have, they fill on the world. They own the world, essentially. So, we've got chickens that are like flightless birds. But we've got pigeons, we've got doves, we've got all sorts of animals, birds, sorry, that, it's quite interesting to me. Because if you look at, biblical accurate angels, you know, you have, dudes with wings, and then you have, this one dude who is comprised of wings. He's a sphere that turns. Eyes. And I wonder about something. I wonder about something very easily. I wonder if instead of, heaven is a place you create yourself, hell is a place you create yourself, what if heaven and hell are bacteria? Not a world-breaking idea, but it's the closest thing to what a biblical accurate angel would look like, wouldn't it? Think about it like this. Back in the these people aren't stupid, right? Way back when, they're not stupid. They are exactly like we are today. Exactly. The only difference is information on a wide scale. Look a bit demonic in this. Christ. They're coming for me. Whoa. No. Anyway. But that's also a point, though. I looked at that and I looked at the what demons look like. The weird animal creatures. Compository animal creatures that are almost similar to bacteria as well. I mean, I don't know much about bacteria, quite frankly. I only know that what would make sense for the divine to be, if it was, if we're talking reality, they would have, they have the understanding of the micro world, right? They understood about plagues, disease, sickness, good health. They understood this. So if they were ignorant in their ways and they looked upon these things and they just sort of saw a design philosophy built around something else, then it would make sense to me that maybe the soul parasite, as it were, is not actually there, but it's a missing of sort that we're feeling instead, and mistaking that for a parasite, but in reality we're missing something critical and pure. So, I'm talking gut-related stuff. I went off from something, but just bear with me for a second. So birds, right? Heavily important in every religion. Birds are important. Not important, but a symbol of everything. Why? The freedom of flight, sure, but there's another thing that comes to mind. Milk. Milk's very important in every sort of culture. You would say everyone that matters, but it's not entirely true. It's important for everybody. It's quite interesting. So, what's the natural progression from birds being good and milk being good? You would, what about milk from a bird? I looked upon this, and I wondered if bird milk was a thing, and sure enough, it is, in pigeons and flamingos and penguins, and possibly other birds, but, the basic bitch sort of Google search. King penguins, pigeons, flamingos. Quite interesting. You can get pigeons fucking everywhere because they love cities, which is quite interesting to me. It's interesting to me because I looked up how to milk a bird, right? Milking a bird, and from what I understand is you can't milk a bird. The bird has to give you its milk by an active process that they do to give to the children, to feed the young after the egg stage. So it's not necessarily a milk, but more like a curative sort of function. So, what if someone someday figured out that birds do this thing, and then sort of went, fuck it, let's see if I can eat this. Because that's human nature. That's the meaning of life. Consume the corpse of God to create God anew. Absolutely so. So what if that was a thing long ago? What if that was so long ago? What if that was primordial? What if we were salvaging everything and we just so happen to eat, drink, consume bird milk? What if that is the real reason why we have intelligence, I suppose? What if that's a real reason? The true answer to pure curative nature, heaven, as it were, guarded by the angels. That's just ignorance talking out my arse there, but I had a particular sort of notion. I looked in a few things, and I looked on bird milk is very good for probiotics and sort of inflammatories. So I wonder if it's the missing link to the perfect gut culture that would bring heaven to you, essentially. That's my fundamentals of the matter. And I looked into this a little bit more, and I was thinking okay, if birds are like angels, if it's as simple as that, birds are angels, then you look at bird migration patterns, And the second biggest migration point, travel path, route, is Israel. Okay, so I looked up like I looked up if Jews, it's kosher to eat birds, and it is. It's very kosher to eat birds. Clean birds. I don't know what that even means, but I suppose if you want to eat a clean bird, that means a bird free of disease and bacteria and such. I don't know if that's a bird that you'd want to sort of eat for curative sort of measures, because it seems to me like those, pest-ridden rodents that plague cities would have amazing, disease sort of prevention. They would have the best sort of, immunity system, basically. Or at least one of the best. A high sort of ability. And that might come straight on down to bird's milk. Which is interesting to me. It's very interesting to me. I also learned that some Mediterraneans butcher birds wholesale for no particular reason, and that was interesting to me as well. But so okay, heaven is microscopic, right? We see it everywhere because we are seeing it everywhere, for it is everywhere. It's on everything. We are covered in heaven, and we're covered in hell. Just eat the right thing and you'll get there. It could be just that simple. I was thinking of this on the notion of sugar, right? Like, you eat sugar to power your brain. Eat sugar and you get brain levels how sort of radical the amount of brain you can store, basically, and make. And you need water to break down the sugar to do this. So you need to drink a lot of water. But you're eating a lot of sugar. Honey. So, there's quite a bit to it as well. There is acid sort of fruit. Acid, not acid, alkaline, not alkaline. Citrus, that's it. Citrus sort of fruit, which I ate. I was kind of ill a while ago, not too long, but a while, and I had this shitty sort of alky pop that had tropical, passion fruit and orange juice mixture with some other alcohol, I assume vodka or something like that, 5%. And the first thing I felt about it was my head feeling massively better. I had clarity in my mind from drinking this thing of fruits. And I had a dream. I've been not drinking cola for a little bit. It's not been too long. It's just a little bit. I kind of regularly drink cola because I kind of, I knew that drinking something citrus was good for me, and I figured that Coca-Cola. People say that it's good for you, so I've been sort of a bit more okay on it, because if sugar is powering your brain, and citrus is also helping your brain. Water is powering your brain in a secondary form. I suppose it would be to help you eat proteins and carbohydrates and such, and things that you actually need, but then you've got like a particular sort of sense of something. Like, if you were to be super intelligent, you would need to sort of like build this frame, but I'm not super intelligent, is the thing. So what's the missing link for super intelligence? It's an absence of something. And I believe the absence is indeed gut related. Because if angels are bacteria, then, well, I'm sort of repeating that, then maybe you need to drink pigeon milk. You need to drink pigeon milk and find a way to milk a pigeon and drink it. That's what I think. I'm dead set on that as well. Like, I know my ramblings there were a bit sort of like, but no, I'm dead set on that. I think that's I think that's ultimately pure. Because back in the day, making a microscope is not a complex feat. It's not a complex feat at all. They would have seen the microscopic world in some sort of capacity. You can see the microscopic world in some sort of capacity if you have, like, kind of shitty eyes. Because if you look at, like, a light or something in the dark, and you stare at it for a little bit, and your eyes go a bit sort of, you'll see stuff moving in your eyes. You can see a microscopic world on your eyes if you understand how to do so, which is not too difficult if you realise that the floaters are this microscopic world. So you can see it in your eyes. You are a microscope. You are this. You are beautiful. Like, mad men are not men. Mad men are not men. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I see a lot of sort of like insanities, like self-protection acts. I know that mine are. But I mean, there's potential in it, I think. I've looked up how to milk a pigeon. There's no pigeon milking machines. I wonder if, I haven't really looked too into it, but I'm interested. I'm very interested in it. I'm a bit afraid to try pigeon milk, actually. Very much so. Because it's probably absolutely fucking horrendous. I mean, like, something that good cannot be. But, assuming it's good, of course. Assuming it is exactly what I think it is. Could be, though. Could be very nice.